Well, this is my new mic. Yeah, very expensive by the way.
I'm just kidding. It's not, of course. But I'm thinking of buying a new one pretty soon because your ear besties, they're so bad. Like, get them checked, get them checked and stop using those headphones and earphones all day long. But hey, I know where you're using it. That's why I'm here. You got it right. I'm Ladnya Bharti and you're watching Unscripted Ladnya. We are the most educated generation in the history. But we are losing one thing which actually makes us smart: curiosity. Nowadays, we're not really told to study for ourselves. Instead, it's all about marks. And honestly, at some points, it just becomes very suffocating. And now, before some of you come at me and say, she's failing, that's why she's hating. Let me tell you, in my previous class, I myself got 97%, and I was satisfied, of course, if we talk about the marks. But from here, I felt empty. Truly. I mean, my brain has always been empty, but that's for the other day. But truly, on a serious note, I didn't really feel like I had gained any kind of knowledge. Because in our society, nobody actually cares about it. However, has education system always been this way? As in marks, 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 and just marks. Well, there is this one essay called The Lost Tools of Learning. It is written by Dorothy L. Sayers, and there she has written some of the things. So, in the past, there was this one thing called as the trivium. Trivium basically refers to being able to question any idea or being able to take out the logic out of it, or just being able to question. That's the main thing. So, what she wants to tell in that is that in the past, the focus was in three things basically. Like the three things were pretty main: one, grammar, another, logic, and then rhetoric. However, in today's world, nobody actually cares about the rhetoric or the logic. Everyone's busy focusing on the grammar. Like, seriously, you will see around yourself, everyone's busy memorizing the what, but nobody actually questions the why. And by the way, it didn't occur overnight. The main change appeared with the Industrial Revolution in the late 1700s. Well, imagine this: a classroom with multiple desks aligned together with no space to actually walk, and multiple kids being over there coming just to become a factory worker in the future. Yeah, that's how it was. We're aware about the societal changes, how migration occurred, and how the people started moving from, the rural area or the area where there wasn't, much resources where they were not. They started to move from those places to the places where there were actually good amount of resources for their livelihood. And we know that after all of this, factories were built as well. And of course, they needed workers. That's what. Hence, such type of thing occurred. Grading system was also introduced during this time itself. Just like how a company inspects the defect in their product, that's how the ranks were given to these students in order to get the employment for the factories. Well, past leaders were not the part of this perfect mark system, and for some reason they were not doomed as well. How? Well, it's pretty simple. As I mentioned earlier about the logic, rhetoric, that's how it was, along with personalization. Now, think about this. If I'll be honest about myself, I am not a big fan of maths, though I would say I'm good with the literature, like I like it, right? Now think about this. If I am put in a room full of maths rats, right, completely people who are obsessed with maths, and the tutor who give no damn about literature, do you think I'll be able to learn maths because I'm surrounded by people like those? Some people obviously are gonna say, why not? Over time, of course. But the answer is no. It's simply no. You cannot force a person to like any topic, any subject, any idea just for the marks sake. And that's exactly how we should be treating the students now, but we're not doing it. I am not at all saying that the common education or basic knowledge is not important. Of course, it is. A person should know the basic maths, a person should know the basic literature, but without the pressure to get the marks, high ranks, whatever, without that pressure. Now, here step in our polymaths: Da Vinci, Galilei, or Benjamin Franklin. Well, they all could do science, arts, maths, philosophy all at once due to curiosity. Well, they were not taught to study so many subjects or so many topics for the marks' sake. Instead, they were taught to do it for themselves, to learn for themselves with the interest. Universities like Harvard or Yale used to do the oral examinations or those type of reports where the students had to demonstrate their point, prove their point, and debate their point. It wasn't like this how it is today for many students, studying a night before, copying the same thing on their exam sheet the next day, only to forget in the future. In 1897, the very first grading scale came to be known in Mount Holyoke. Why? Because the students were too much, and speaking to all of them was completely difficult, right? It was very hard to do so. So the grading system it appeared. Well, by the way, you guys can read this one journal that I found. It is known as a History of A to F Marking Scheme Journal. It's basically a journal. You can read this online, and here basically it is told how the grading system or the grading scale was not really made as a learning tool. Why was it made? What was the purpose, etc. And yep, tell me if you liked it. What was there? Comment down below. I mean, just think about it. There is this one young architect. So that architect has to build a bridge. Is he or she going to show the high school mark sheet or use whatever skills that person has gained? Obviously, the skills. And despite people knowing all of these things, they are not doing any kind of change. And honestly, if I'll agree, there was this one time when the only things that used to come on my Pinterest were these manifestation quotes or subliminals, you can say, where the only message was, I manifest you to get 100%, or I manifest that you get first rank in whatever thing you are doing. I mean, why not I manifest that you understand whatever you are studying, or I manifest that you get curious in whatever you are studying, or I manifest that you actually you have the ability, or you feel confident enough to ask the reason behind whatever you are studying, to ask the logic behind whatever you are studying. No, it's never that. It's only about grades. That's it. Nobody actually promotes the actual definition of the thing required in today's world. It's still the traditional classrooming thing, and it's not supposed to be that way. Even the companies are not looking for that thing, you know, and it's so bad. The companies need creativity, not machines, not the robots. Robots are already there. If we humans are going to take their one job which robots are supposed to have, what are the robots even being made for? If we are being the robots, we are not supposed to be the robots, right? We were never born for that thing. But is the change even possible now? Yes, 100%. And there are some of these things, like in my opinion, there are certain things that we can do. You guys can leave your opinion down in the comment section. Let me tell you what can be done. According to me, schools and all should promote both the grammar and the logic part, because without one, the other becomes useless. The next part, the students should not be afraid of asking the reason behind anything. They should be able to ask the why. Of course, the what is important, but it's useless, right? Like, what are you learning? That matters. But if you don't know why am I learning this, then why are you even doing it, right? One thing which I guess everybody does is that, putting different topics, different subjects separately. We can do the interconnection between all of them. For example, you can study French Revolution and you can study something from civics, you can study something from mathematics, and you can combine all of these together. You can correlate maths, political science, and history together. That is how curiosity actually comes. Instead of the extrinsic way of education, we should be promoting the intrinsic way. Well, what does it mean? The first word which I said, extrinsic, it basically refers to the memorization part, right? Not really caring about the logic, just studying from the outer part, not really going into the depth of it. The intrinsic means actually that, that the having the what to say, the thirst, having that feeling within yourself that I want to know the knowledge, I want to know the reason, I want to know the logic behind a certain idea. That's the easiest way to explain these two words, and I believe it should be promoted. Anyways, that's it for today's video, everybody. I think so the video kind of like stretched a little bit too much, and I believe it was very necessary. Like, I have been seeing these all things happening around, the YouTubers making such type of videos only for the marks and all, on other social media pages, only this, school teachers and everybody just talking about the marks and all. So it just came to my mind, why not this? Like, if nobody is doing it, if nobody is talking about it, then why not me? Although I won't say nobody, there are many people who have talked about this, but the problem is most of them do not. That's why the ones who even do are usually hidden, right? They become invisible in front of the one who are actually not talking about it. Because even when you will search online, you will get so many videos of the same thing, how to score this, how to score that, how to score that. Nobody makes the video. Even, like, I won't say nobody, as I said earlier also, like, there are some people, but they don't come, right, for some reason. But anyways, that's for the other day. One thing that I want to say before ending the video, I'm not here to actually go ahead and offend any of the creators or anybody who posted a certain thing and think that I'm talking about them. I'm not. And I'm not here to criticize anybody. I am here to talk about the pattern of this, not the people. So I hope you will take my word in a brighter way. Let's look on the bright side and let's try to change whatever, the problems are there. Let's try to fix them instead of, going ahead with not understanding any person's opinion. Also, if you guys have a different opinion, you can surely put it down in the comments, and I'll see you soon again with yet another video. Tell me what you want to see next in the comment section on my video. With that, bye everybody, lots of love, bye.
Love you, bye bye.